Over the top chili is where you smoke the meat above the chili, letting all those juices drip down and then mixing the meat in at the end. After years of trial and error, I've finally nailed this recipe, and the method I use is easy and gives consistent results. For the meat, we're going to use beef mince, at least 10% fat. Going to need 2 500-gram packs of these. These two happen to be from Aldi, but other brands are available. Get those into a mixing bowl and add some barbecue rub. Now I'm using my homemade rub here, but any barbecue rub will do. Just give the meat a good coating and it's going to give it that delicious barbecue flavour. And once you've got enough that you're happy with, just mix it in. Now this isn't like smash burgers where you have to be very careful about the amount that you work the meat. You can really grind this meat up in your hands, get it all mushed together, it's not a problem. And once all that barbecue rub is nicely mixed in, you want to work this meat into 2 equally sized balls that are going to sit above your chili. This is going to allow all the juices, the flavour and the fat to just drip down into the chili and be incorporated into it. Smoking the meat separately this way really adds to the flavour, and you'll see the amazing results when we slice into one of these cooked meatballs. Just put those to one side, it's time to prepare the chili base. We are going to start by dicing up 2 brown onions. And find ourselves an oven-proof pan to be able to cook these in. We're going to fry these in a little bit of beef tallow, but any oil will do. Just put them into fry on a medium to high heat. And once they've started to sweat out a little bit, add in some garlic. Now I'm using frozen minced garlic because it's nice and easy, but any garlic will do, fresh chopped, whatever. Once that's all browned off, you want to add yourself some chopped tomatoes. I'm doing 3 tins here. This is forming the base of your chili. Then I'm putting in about half a tube of tomato puree. And then for the spices, we're going to put in my homemade barbecue rub. Again, any barbecue rub will do. Now this is to replace what you'd normally put in, being cumin, chili powder, things like that, because those ingredients are already in my barbecue rub. And also I think it gives it this nice sweet barbecue flavour. I'm also going to add in some Worcestershire sauce. Now that is how you pronounce it. I was born there, I know how to say it. And follow that up with some beef stock. This is also going to help water it down a little bit because there's going to be quite a lot of evaporation during the cooking process. And then we're ready to barbecue. I'm cooking this chili on my Traeger pellet smoker, but any lidded barbecue will work absolutely fine. You just want to set it up to cook at 180 degrees. Just place your meatballs above your chili, and if you haven't got a shelf like this, you can just use a little wire rack just resting on the top. At this temperature, it's going to take anything from an hour to an hour and a half to cook through. During that time, they're going to take on a really good amount of smoke. After about an hour and 15 minutes on the smoker, these meatballs are looking ready to go. But just to be 100% sure, I want to check the temperature with my handheld thermometer. Now these are probing at around 72, and I know after 10 minutes rest with the carryover heat, they're going to get to around 75. And then we'll be ready for the next step, which is key to making this chili unique and delicious. After you've rested your balls for a good 10 minutes, it's time to prepare them for their time in the chili. Now you can see with the smoke, these have taken on a nice pink colour, and if you slice in, you can see that amazing smoke ring. Now normally you would just crumble these up into a sort of mince and drop it in the chili and mix it in, but I'm going to do things slightly differently. I start off by slicing them into roughly 1-inch thick slices, and then I'm going to cube them up into roughly 1-inch cubes. Doing it like this gives you nice big chunks of meat inside your chili, which I think makes all the difference. And with those meaty chunks of goodness prepared, it's time to mix them in to your chili. Give it all a good stir, but be careful not to break up those chunks. And with that, you have one amazing, chunky, smoky, beautifully cooked barbecue chili. I served this on smoked baked potatoes with a little bit of sour cream and some melted cheese, which is absolutely delicious, but it is a chili, you can do whatever you want with it. If you're going to give this a go, then let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you.